449 horsepower, elegant design and AMG comfort. But is that enough to take down a legend like the BMW M4 is? Let's talk about what actually matters when you are choosing a performance coupe. And here are 5 reasons why the CLE 53 might be the smarter, more stylish, and frankly, more enjoyable choice. The M4 looks aggressive, almost like it's trying to prove something. The CLE 53, it just knows. It's wide, sleek, confident, and it's not begging for attention. Someone once said, it looks miles sexier, more put together, more grown up. The proportions are classic coupe. Long hood, low roof, powerful stance. Frameless doors, clean rear end, no oversized grills or shouting spoilers. Here's the test. If you don't turn back to look at your car after parking, it's not the one. And with the CLE, you win. Every time. I stood next to it in the showroom for some time and I lost count of how many people stopped and looked at this car. The CLE 53 doesn't shout. It just looks that good. Elegant proportions and confident stance. It draws people in without trying. In the M4, you know you're in a sports car. It's sharp and focused, but it also feels like it's all business. The CLE 53 feels like a reward. From the moment you sit in it, you get that blend of craftsmanship and comfort. Ambient lighting that adjusts with mood, high-end textures, precision stitching. Every touchpoint feels intentional, from the doors to the red console. One driver put it perfectly. It's like the car's saying, you've made it. This isn't just a car you want to drive, it's a space you want to relax in, to take the long way home, or just sit in it after parking and breathe. Even sitting in the cabin, you feel it. The way the ambient lights flow, the textures under your fingertips, the Burmester speakers, the stitching, the weight of the controls, everything has that sense of being built with intent. It's not just luxury, it's calm, it's presence. The M4 delivers emotions, but it also demands compromise. On rough roads, in traffic, or just daily errands, you feel every bump, every edge of its hardcore setup. The CLE 53, it's a different approach. With active suspension, rear-wheel steering, and a well-calibrated comfort mode, it smooths out daily life without losing its edge. One owner described it like this: it grips and corners incredibly well, and when I switch to comfort, it's just calm, peaceful. You get the performance when you want it, but the rest of the time the car doesn't fight you. It flows with you, and that's what makes it special. Even just sitting inside, doors closed, you sense the difference. There's this hushed, solid atmosphere. You know it's capable of performance, but it feels relaxed, settled. The seats hold you perfectly and everything around you feels balanced. That blend of sport and serenity is rare. The M4 is loud, in design, in character, in presence. And sometimes that's exactly what people want. But the CLE 53 plays a different game. It's powerful without being flashy, luxurious without being showy. The kind of car that says more by saying less. Its presence is refined, it doesn't shout, it simply exists with confidence. When you lock it and walk away, there's this subtle pride in knowing that people notice, even if they don't react loudly. It's status without the spectacle, and that's the kind of charisma you cannot fake. And yes, the M4 is more powerful on the paper, 510 horsepower versus 449 horsepower. But the CLE 53 is no slouch. You can still get 449 horsepower, that's 330 kilowatts, 560 newton meters of torque, that's 413 pound-feet of torque, and from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.2 seconds. And with the optional Dynamic Plus package, the torque can be increased to 600 newton meters and the acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour or 62 miles per hour can be lowered by 0.2 to only 4 seconds, and to 60 miles per hour that's only 3.8 seconds. And that's the time on the paper, we can say. In real life, we will test this soon in the driving review. Stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss that video. And this should be more than enough for the real world needs. But more importantly, you're getting it with a refined chassis, a stunning interior, and better daily usability at a lower price point. As someone summed it up, the performance gap isn't that big, and with the tune it disappears completely. But in everything else, the CLE wins. Because while not everyone is chasing lap times or the fastest acceleration, most of us are chasing a car that we will love every time we drive it. And on that front, CLE 53 delivers. Look past the badge and numbers. What you see here is refinement. The CLE 53 gives you AMG performance specs, but wraps them in an interior that rivals full-on luxury cars. And when you compare that to the price of an M4 with similar options, it starts to look like a very smart choice. And while these cars serve different personalities, sometimes all it takes is seeing one in person, and suddenly the decision gets easier for a coupe that feels elegant and exciting just standing still. The CLE 53 makes a very strong case. So, if you want a pure, unfiltered aggression, the M4 is a thrilling choice. But if you want a performance coupe that balances power, comfort, elegance, and everyday joy, the CLE 53 is hard to beat. For me, I would rather smile every time I drive than win a drag race once a year. But what about you? Would you take the CLE 53 or the M4? And why? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want to see how the CLE 53 performs in the real world, hit subscribe. In not too distant future, I'm going to drive the CLE 53.